Okay, today we are finally doing the DPS proportion of the tier list of ranking every hero as of like mid-season 6. Now, to be honest, a DPS is kind of the role I have the least knowledge about, because I used to play DPS in Overwatch 1 quite a lot, but then in Overwatch 2, I've kind of started playing mainly tank and support. Why? Honestly, I don't know. Just happened, and yeah, but I still think I have a pretty good idea about where one falls as of now. So let's get started. Ashe. Ashe is still really good, especially with a Mercy Pocket. It's very scary. She's not S tier, although she's still really good, especially against a couple of the tanks that are like insanely good. I'm gonna put her an A. I think she is a very scary character to go against. Again, because of her the threat of being pocketed. It's a very scary time. A very scary time. Bastion. Insanely strong, especially after they changed it to where he gets armor. That was so just out of nowhere, but it made him really good. He might. Do I want to put him in S tier? I think, yeah. I think if any DPS was S tier, it'd be him. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a game where one team starts losing, and the second they start losing, boom, just go Bastion and win. Like, it happens very often nowadays, and I hope they change. Hope they change something to where it's not just a Bastion Orisa. I hope something changes. But yeah, Bastion S tier, just yeah, it's not a fun time right now, especially playing tank. It's just not that fun. Cass, not that good, I don't think, especially after the changes to his range and to his nade, although that was a good change. I'm glad they nerfed that, because that was quite annoying. He's not as good as he was with dealing with Pharah, but he can still kind of make it work, so he's not D. He's like a C tier character as of now. Echo is pretty strong right now. Although she's kind of always been strong. I'm gonna put her in A tier. I think her ult is still really good. Although I do want to say, I think the way you use her ult has definitely changed. Not even from like Overwatch 1 to 2. I think like what was like mid. Was this season 2? I think, or season 3. I'm not sure, but there's a change to where if she copied a tank, it wouldn't go past its 300, right? Yeah. So now it's not as good to copy tanks anymore, because it used to be just copy the tank. But now it's honestly copy a DPS or a support, honestly, because you'll get much more value out of that. Genji. not too good, but not too bad anymore. Um, it's not that he needs a buff or any nerfs. It's just that the current style of playing Overwatch isn't a very Genji favorable time. He is good against Bastion, but I think a lot of people, and this is gonna sound weird because it's gonna sound so obvious, but a lot of Bastions know not to shoot the Genji when he's deflecting, but trust me, I do still see it from time to time. So even though he is a good counter for Bastion, it doesn't make him like S tier. I'd say he's like a B. Yeah, I'd say B tier for. Yeah. You could argue him in A or in C, honestly. Hanzo. I haven't really seen that many Hanzos as of lately. I think one reason is definitely because of the change they did to him. Or I guess was it a change or a quote-unquote like fix? It's now the arrow doesn't stay retracted while climbing walls, which is a bit annoying, but like it's not the end of the world. Although he's not particularly good. He's like C. He's okay. Not too bad, but not like overwhelmingly good. Junkrat, again, kind of right now. He can still work. His ult, like always, is like a guaranteed 1 or 2 kills. But if they decide to target the wheel, then it makes him kind of useless. Although every now and again you will just randomly die to a random bomb. He's not D tier. Is he C tier? I'll put him in C. He's not amazing at the moment. And speaking of amazing, May is okay. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna start recording now. May, again, I haven't seen much of her. She's not that good. Probably gonna say C tier. I'm not, again, same as Genji, I'm not saying buff May. I'm just saying the current playstyle we're in does not favor her, because trust me, we do not need more May's buffs. We don't need that, please. Although apparently she's getting changed, I think in season 7, I think. So that's fun. Pharah is still really strong, especially with Mercy. She's still really good. Honestly, A tier. Do I want to put her in S tier? Probably not, because I think a lot of the hits hit are pretty good now. I don't think she's S tier, but she's pretty close. I think a reason that Pharah is so good is because a lot of people have a very it's not my problem kind of thing. So if they see Pharah, they just kind of mark her and say it's not my problem, and just hope everyone else is gonna try and contest. But then sometimes the entire team has that problem, and the Pharah can just kind of run rampantly, and just have fun. So she's still good, but not like if you want to win, go this character. Reaper. Honestly, Reaper is pretty good right now, especially with a lot of the tanks that are good right now. He does do quite well against them. He's although he's not picked as much as I would have expected, but that's probably because one DPS is always Bastion, so that kind of doesn't leave too much room for anyone else. Sojourn, and despite being OP and broken in season 1 and 2, I'm honestly gonna put her in like B. I don't think she's C tier because I think she can still work in the right hands, but you kind of need Mercy now. It's not like Ashe, where Ashe can do pretty good on her own. I think to play Sojourn, you kind of need a Mercy pocket because she's just not as good anymore. Soldier, really good, really good. Not S tier, I'd say more A tier. He can still put out consistently good damage. He's pretty self-sustainable, and again, with the damage boost, he is extremely good. He's not up there with Bastion, I'd say, but still a pretty go-to pick. I noticed quite a lot. Okay, now we're on to Sombra. Now, Sombra is actually pretty good. Her hack, wait, I can't remember if her EMP cancels Orisa's ult. I can't remember. I think it does. I think it does cancel the ult, which is pretty good, but EMP is still a very good ult if you have follow-up. That's if you have follow-up. You can't just go in there EMP and just a dip. You probably won't get too much value out of that. Do I want to put her in S tier? It's tempting. I mean, she can kind of deal with Bastion, and I guess Orisa, which are both like insanely good right now. This is really close. I think I may be overrating her, and that's fine. I think I'm also gonna put her as. I think her ability to kind of deal with two very big problems right now is definitely putting her up there with one of the go-to heroes. I don't think she's as good as Bastion right now. I think if there was like an A+ tier, I'd probably put her in there. But again, I could be overrating her, but I do think she's S tier. Sim, honestly good. Like, not even trying to cap here. I think she's pretty good, but in kind of a strange way. On the maps that she's good on, she is insanely strong, and I mean insanely good. But on the map she's not good at, Sim's not really a good pick. Like, say Sim on, I don't know, Junkertown. That probably won't work. But on maps like, I don't know, Lijiang, she is insanely good. So for that reason, she's not OP or like that good per se, but at the same time, she's not that bad. Torb, actually A tier. I think Torb is, he puts out good damage. His E is insanely good. Gets more ammo, shoots that faster. His left click is insanely strong, burst of damage. And as well, Torb turret is the biggest killer in lower rank lobbies. So yeah, Torbe. Tracer, really good, like really good. Is she S? She's a S or A for sure. It's tough, you know. I think I'm gonna put her in A tier. Now she could be S if it wasn't for excuse me. If it wasn't for Poke being pretty good right now. If it was Dive that was good, I'd say she would 100% be S. But because it's not, I just don't think she's S tier. You kind of need to pick a tank that works with her. Like, Winston is probably your best bet. I guess you could also go Diva, but Winston is probably your best bet. But Winston and 2 Bastion is just, it's not that good, to be honest. It's just not that good. So yeah, Tracer, really good, but again, it's not because she needs buffs, it's because the meta doesn't favor her. Okay, and last but not least, we have Widow. Despite her nerfs, I think she's still pretty good. The threat of being able to one-hit a KO is still pretty strong, even on, or I guess especially on maps that are pretty good for her, like Havana, Junkertown, pretty much any map with a long straightaway. I think, I wouldn't say she's A, I'd say she's B. Not a bad pick, but at the same time, not a pick that is an instant loss. And to be fair, I don't think any of these heroes are like, if you pick this character, you lose. I just think that some characters you can get value with easier. Okay, that's everyone, I think. Do I want to make any changes? No. I don't think there's any D tier, right? Junkrat, he's just so easy to use, and he gets kills so randomly. Do I want to move him up to B? Yeah, Why not? No. Alright, he's staying in C tier. Because I don't think the bombs that kill you randomly are consistent enough. So he's going in C tier. But yeah, that is the DPS. I'm willing to understand any arguments, because I feel like this could cause some, this, probably this, and this. I guess these guys too, but that is what I think as of right now. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Actually, while I'm here, I'm actually gonna put the characters from my other tier list into the spots that I put them in. So I remember, if I remember correctly, I think you guys were S tier, you were S tier. Trying to remember. Sorry, y'all. I don't even remember my own tier list. You were here. You were. I'll do supports because I remember those, because they were all A tier except for those 3. No, the tanks. I think I put Doom in like. I put Doom in like C tier. Did I? I did. Divas A, Queen is C, Rams B, Ryan C, Hogs D, Sigmas B. That's a Winston's A. Ball was, I think he was C, no, not DC, and Zarya was A. So yeah, that is my season 6, kind of like a mid-season. So yeah. Hope you all enjoyed. I do plan on making more tier rankings, although I might take a tiny break because I've uploaded, I think, 4. So yeah, thank you all for coming in, and yeah, peace out.